Hey folks, Jeff Weinberger here again at K2 Music, and I'd like to continue our lesson on bending. First we talked about simple whole step and half step bends and how to get them in tune, and I also want to suggest you use a tuner, and a good guitar tuner can help you to figure out if you're bending in tune or not. The next subject that I'd like to go over is adding vibrato to your bends and also adding pick raking, two techniques that can make your bends really come alive and add some expression to them. So simply put, vibrato is like what you do with your voice when you're singing, when you're holding a note. We do the same thing on the guitar. So here's just a single note vibrato. Kind of a fast vibrato, but you hear how it wavers and it holds and sustains, and that's very expressive. You can do a slow vibrato. You can do wide vibrato, kind of wild, or you can do very narrow vibrato, subtle, not so wide. And here's how to do it on a bend. And I'm going to use the same bend I used last time, which was the note G bending up to A. And this would work in many different keys, but let's just pretend for a moment we're in the key of A. We're jamming on a tune in A. We have our A pentatonic scale. Here's our note G in that scale. I'm going to bend it up a whole step and vibrato it to demonstrate some different vibratos. Here's a slow one, slow vibrato. It's a fast vibrato. Wide vibrato. Very subtle, narrow vibrato. Just a little. You can vibrato half-step bends, of course. You can tug the string down towards the floor and add vibrato. You can go up towards the ceiling and add vibrato. Very versatile. There's a lot you can do with it. And then pick raking, that's simply put when you take the pick and you drag it across some deadened strings, and ultimately that leads to a clear note, usually that clear note being on some of your thinner strings towards the floor. In this case, why don't I use A right here on my 5th fret, A. So I'm going to do a pick rake that has these 3 deadened notes in slow motion, and then the clear note that I'm going for is this A. Here it is at full speed so you can hear the total effect. Here it is very slowly again. Slow, it doesn't much sound like the end result, but when you speed it up gradually, it sounds like the type of pick raking you're going for. Here it is with the bend, like I was promising earlier I would do. Here we go. Pick rake with a bend. Something you've probably heard a lot. You've heard Jimi Hendrix do it, you've heard David Gilmour do it, country guys, blues guys. It's a very nice technique to know how to do. So once again, the pick rake followed by a bend. Real expressive. Here it is, pick rake, bend, vibrato, all combined. Slow bend, fast bend. You can take your time. You can do it really quick. So that's it. Happy bending, and thanks from Jeff Weinberger and K2 Music.